In a grid-down SHTF situation like we could be facing soon, keeping your clothes clean and dry will be critical. Wet clothes can overwork our body's thermostat and increase our chances of catching a cold or succumbing to the elements. We covered laundry and detergent after the grid goes down, even soap making in other videos, which I'll link to in the comments. This video will cover installing and using a solar clothes dryer, the do's and don'ts, and how you can repurpose it for the broadest range of survival needs. Let's do the wash. Have you ever lost sleep wondering what you'll do to get your laundry done after a disaster? Keeping clean and free of toxins, bacteria, and germs dramatically increases your odds of survival. When George Washington first posed the question, "You won't always have a high-efficiency laundry machine. What will you do then, eh?" He probably didn't have a solar clothes dryer available. Because of the complexity of this design, I don't want to try and build one from scratch. I did a little research and zeroed in on a model that offered me almost 50 feet of drying space in the solar spread and could support up to 30 pounds of clothes in the need of drying. I'll link to the particular model in the comments below. When it arrived, I was a little confused about the installation, so I was glad that a detailed, single-page instruction sheet with pictures came with it. To install, you want to find a piece of wood like a fence post, mark the locations for your screws, and use a high-speed spinny thing on the screws. If you don't have electricity, you can drive the screws by hand, but it will take you a little longer. Whatever you use, practice proper safety by wearing safety or tactical glasses, especially if you use a high-speed spinny thing. According to the instructions, and I can't verify this, 2 screws are all it takes to mount the entire solar clothes dryer. Somewhere less than 50 feet away, you'll want to mount the hook screw. This will secure your extended solar line. I don't have a tool for this, so I had to do it by hand. With enough pressure, it's sunk into the wood securely. At this point, you may remove your safety glasses. That is a majority of the installation. You can now extend the entire solar line the length between your screws and the hook screw and attach it to the hook screw. Back at the base, you can use some strength to wrap the line around the grooved cleat at the bottom of the central solar unit. This will keep your line taut. Be careful not to pinch your fingers. You may need to call upon the strongest member of your group to secure it for you. The tighter your solar array line is, the better your clothes will dry. You want to keep them off the ground. The company provides a starter set of what they call Clow Spins that open and close with minimal pressure. Somehow, they were able to magically provide me with a 5 of clubs card that a magician from the 90s made disappear from my hand. I have no idea how they did that. That's a good one from the amazing magician Kresge to make my card reappear after all these years. Wow. The Clow Spins grip hard, so you want to ensure your fingers don't get caught in them. I tested out the solar clothes dryer on some shirts that had been exposed to the rain. Initially, I was a little disappointed. It was raining outside, but there was intermittent sunlight. I expected the clothes to dry, but they only got wetter. If you live in a more northern area, take note of this. The solar clothes dryer really only performs at its best when it has full sun exposure to the most extended time. With light rain and clouds, my clothes remained wet for hours. During the rain, I was able to repurpose the solar clothes dryer by using a tarp to make a makeshift shelter. I was able to stay dry in there while I waited for the solar clothes dryer to finish its work. Admittedly, it took longer than I would have liked under the conditions, but by noon the next day, my clothes were dry. With full sun, the solar clothes dryer performed exceptionally well. My clothes smelled and felt better than when I used my dryer in the house. They even smelled fresher. This method does take longer than a clothes dryer in your home, but it's an excellent solution for when you don't have access to a clothes dryer or the electricity is down. I've heard some people, after a disaster, desperately trying to dry their clothes on rocks by open fires. You can do that, but your clothes will pick up a smoky smell and you don't have the fresh and clean fragrance and feel of the solar clothes dryer. This solar clothes dryer is weatherproof and rust-proof. The sturdy construction is suitable for indoor and outdoor use. The lightweight, portable design is highly versatile, allowing you to save space and reduce your electric bill by lowering electric drying. It also comes with a 100% one-year manufacturer guarantee, an extra 30 days extended 100% money-back guarantee. If your clothes don't dry by hanging them on the solar array line, they say you will get your money back or a replacement solar clothes dryer. That's a good deal in my book. Sometimes a product crosses my desk that's a game changer. The solar clothes dryer, I think, is one of them. You don't have to sit around monitoring it so you can get busy surviving. We are all too dependent on a global supply chain, and laundry services will be one of the first things that go if a global war breaks out or a natural disaster strikes. Consider a solar clothes dryer to ensure that you have the proper preps in place to constantly be processing laundry. If there is one thing you can count on, it is that your laundry will pile up regardless of how chaotic or peaceful it is outside. What do you think? Have you used a solar clothes dryer? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. I try to read the comments and respond to them when I can, and that's typically within the first hour of releasing a video. Take a look at my other videos on the subject of laundry. As always, stay safe out there.